Okay. Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since my last video. That's a bit more up to date. For that, I apologize. Now, you may recognize where I am. I am in my old house. So, the meeting that they talked about and discussed, well, they're trying to fix it so she can take back her land. It's not looking good, so she might have to move somewhere else. And I have a solution for that. Anyway, I'm just here picking up some old supplies of mine before heading back to the new place, and to see if Ferdinand was still here. I already picked this place clean of anything worthwhile and valuable. A couple decorations, that sort of stuff. And hello, Ferdinand. I miss you. I wish I could take you with me, but the trip east is far too dangerous, and I've died 37 million times. Anyway, a brief update on what's been going on. So her territory is now vacant. But come on, guys, don't be mean, don't steal. She may get this place back. I know, I think that guy Toxic. He's still living in this area, I'm pretty sure. There's a sign up at his house. Anyway. Yeah, let's go up. See his house. Yep, it says, if you're here to steal my stuff, I still live here, so stop. I guess someone's tried to come through and steal his stuff. It's not as furnished as it once was. That's because he cleaned everything out. I think he moved somewhere else. Oh, sugar. It is nighttime. Anyway. So, it's been a couple weeks since my last video was ever made. I just posted it a few days ago, but, you know, mechanics. Anyway, I got my texture pack fixed. Now showing all the right textures, which is a good thing. Anyway. So, oh goodness. Coca-Cola makes you burp. Anyway. I'm not dying every time a zombie hits me, which is always a good thing. Anyway, we're about to head over to my new place. Apparently, a new empire formed in the south, and overnight, before we had a chance to claim our land, they claimed it right out from under us. It's okay, though. It's all in the art of roleplay and warfare. I'll read you guys the journal entry for it later. Anyway, so I traveled north for a bit and found another abandoned castle fortress. And just to name a few things, I started my own faction. We are the Arcane Society. I'll tell you all about that too. And all the faction mechanics, because I learned a whole bunch. And if you're wondering why I haven't posted anything or made any recordings on all this new stuff I did, it was because I was in a car accident. And I was really sad, upset, and depressed for a while. Because I almost got ran off the road into a tree. Ran right over a mailbox, so that's a whole thing. I'm okay, don't worry, no injuries. The seatbelt saved me. That's why they always say, wear your seatbelts, kids. But I haven't really had any energy to record because I do get depressive episodes, and since I'm not on any medication for it, they last a bit, and I don't feel very motivated to do anything. Anyway, but let's go home, shall we? Yeah, let's head home. And don't worry, we are still way out in the east, but we're also north, about northeast, like directly this way. So I'm gonna do a faction shortcut. So if you're in a faction, type /MF home. Teleporting 3, 2, 1, and we are at my new castle. Hello. Give it a second to load in. It's always a bit slow on the teleports. We're currently up in the tallest tower of the castle. It used to be just open air, ending at the 1 block high thing right here. But I extended it up, capped it off with glass, and added some green stained stuff. And I got a couple doggies. Yes. And that's the camp. And that's a campfire. It looks so cool, like an actual campfire. The loom, all of these textures are so intricate. It's awesome. Definitely suggest getting the Conquest texture pack if you ever get it. Anyway, here it is, the desk of Master Avos, Arcane Society. There's my head. Boop. Anyway, I'll show you guys the castle in a little bit. But, let's see here. Let's put this stuff away. I'm getting better at using magic. It is a slow process. Basically, I'm a novice, enchanter right now. These are all stuff I found and raided from abandoned homes on my way back. Just some exploring. I went out to find useful materials. And this place also had several chests full of stuff from the previous owner, wherever they wound up. They haven't been here for a long time. Not since early February, I think. Are all these chests? Yep, all of them are full. Okay, well, I'm not going down just yet. Way. So, here's our journal on a little book pedestal. Entry 3. Okay, so I ran into these guys. They're a company here. They're currently building a massive city wall, separating the east from the west, specifically containing one of the most dangerous forests on the server. Nether beasts, ender beasts, all that sort of stuff live in that forest, as well as custom monster mobs. And trust me, I got killed by one. It's not fun. On this kind of setting, those oinkers, whatever they're called in the nether, they will one-shot you if you're not prepared and heavily armed with magic. Trust me. Trust me. A lot of abandoned nether portals all in that forest. Must have happened during one of the previous eras. Anyway, sticking to the roleplay fashion, we have the entry 3. This is where around where we left off last time. Above, if I ever need them, are the courts to my home in the east. Okay. It's been 4 weeks since the last entry. Construction on the walls have gone well. Our mine is slowly producing the materials we need. Earlier this week, a traveler came to the fort explaining he was in the east to gather rare herbs for his home in the west. We allowed him to take whatever he needed, and in exchange he offered to trade with us some needed supplies and knowledge, considering my plans for the Arcane Society. That's the original name. I had to change it a couple times, just because it didn't feel right. Anyway, I have gone with him to the Charted Wastes Company. That's the name of the company. It was a long trip, but now I can return home with new allies and resources for our home, if I ever need to find our allies again. And then those are their coordinates. Entry 4. Almost a year has passed, because in the game, time is set differently. For every regular IRL month, it is equivalent to a year in-game, according to their calendar. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Almost a year has passed. Hard to believe, I know. Things were going well until a month ago. Duramus returned. We were all... this was around the time Master Metaphor. He's creating his own server. He's not so much an admin. I learned that a little bit ago. He's just a regular player. He started around the same time I did. It's just he was a whole lot more experienced at this stuff than I was. So that's what made me think he was an admin. But he is creating his own server. I have permission, as soon as it opens, to be one of the first players, as well as make the first YouTube content, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, we all thought he wasn't going to come back when he left to work on his server some more because of some bug fixes. But he came back, which is good. He's one of the few, he's been helping me, he's been introducing me to practically everyone on the server. I don't know how he got to know everyone so much. Anyway, Dramus returned. We were all ecstatic, glad to see he was alive and well, but it came at a price. A rising empire from the south came. Before we knew it, we were homeless again. My comrades chose this time to stay, be its citizens. But me, I could not. I have a mission. I need to stay a neutral party and share magic with the world. So I left. I'll always have a home there when I visit, but I needed my own land, a place to work. According to an old book I found in the fortress, it told me of an old kingdom of battle mages that was forming before it was abandoned in the Second Era. Weeks I traveled north to this unfinished land, rich in old magic. I almost lost hope until... So what I'm doing in this journal is building a lot of lore and backstory into my character. It's essential for roleplay servers like this. I was chased into its gates, of course, by a pack of demons, aka zombies, creepers, skeletons. It was another week clearing them out. The castle, though unfinished, is in remarkable condition, as due to the magic enchantments placed upon it. Though I run the risk of the King of the North finding this place as it is on the border, because he is spreading more and more, covering more territories in the north. I don't have much longer until the entire northern continent of the part of the continent on the server is taken up by his land. So I have to be ready in case he decides to pick a fight. I don't think he will, though. He seems like a nice guy, but I've never talked to him RP before. So, to some of his, is on the border. Some of his colonies this place as is on the border to some of his colonies, in an attempt for a foothold in the east. If I get enough recruits and magic users to join me, finish building this place, we might have enough power and influence to remain neutral and continue my mission of a better way to learn and teach magic here. Entry 5. Construction on my office tower is almost complete. Sigh. It's been hard work. Construction is slow, and the more we excavate, the more ancient relics we find. I plan to build a museum to show them off. Most nights I feel like I'm being watched. But on a brighter note, I made myself known to the other kingdoms, and already have a trade agreement with the Tazai Empire. As allies, As this year closes, I am confident things can only get better. Side note, harvest some more iron and find a way to get coal. And that's where I left off filling out the journal. And I have actually harvested more iron and found a way to get coal. The Mazumi Empire, which is allied with the Tazai Empire. I have a deal with them, 200 pieces of iron for 250 pieces of coal. And it was a lot of coal, at least several stacks worth. As well as working out a deal to get iron. And the Tazai Empire, I have their iron shipment ready. I'm just waiting for them to get the diamonds. A stack of diamonds for 150 pieces of iron. I spoke, and here is... We just ascended the tower. It's just this one tower all to itself. I'm gonna close this door because there's zombies about. And here I have a little AFK room. Once I get the materials, I'm gonna make this look like a little restroom, like a gag joke or something. No private bathroom stall, stuff like that. And here's my wall of to-do lists. Let's see here. Once people start joining my faction, this will go out to all of them. But, anyway, first we have finished the castle. Second, build road to the city, because that way... Yeah, that way. There is, an abandoned, walled-off area, where a city was going to go. And I've talked to Dramas, Master Metaphor, and we plan to do a whole bunch there, building it up, making a big trade hub like I wanted originally, with the fortress down south. Anyway. Find members, of course, build the warps. There is a warp system here. You click on the set coordinates on a sign, and it will take you where it goes. I plan to have several, connecting all around the world. Learn magic, of course, expand my reach. King's Road project. I have talked to the Mazumi Empire and the Tazai Empire. And once I get my castle finished and we get trade agreements all settled, we can begin harvesting resources and build a massive King's Road connecting the north to the south. And that will revolutionize travel and trade so people don't wander around lost forever. Because that's happened to me a few times. Arcane Crystal Project. I'm not too sure about this one, because they said don't do any big mega builds. But if I want to do a couple floating crystals, I'd have to ask. I haven't asked yet. It is in the cards, though. Bring more magic to the world, floating islands, etc. That's another thing I need to bring up, if it's possible for me to do that. But that's not for later down the road. Anyway, we don't have to worry about monsters out here. They don't spawn. They haven't spawned inside my castle. Only in the wild area. Not in the claimed area. Anyway, I have some storage chests. And yes, there is a command where you can lock them to keep people from getting all your valuables. I mean, check this out. All this netherite, and nether quartz. I found in a chest here. I hear someone tapping on the stone. Stone cutter. That's glowstone in there. Couple pieces of glowstone. Just shining away, adding a little bit of magical detail to this wall, trying to break it up. I need to get more glowstone though. Anyway, so the tower was already finished. I just created a handrail and capped off the top. This was pretty much still stacked up with rubble and ores. I just mined that all out and fixed and finished up the wall. Put down grass and all that. And then there was scaffolding everywhere up here. I removed that once I got everything in place and done. Built a walkway into the tower. That's the only thing I added to the tower other than the cap at the top. This is just wood pillars. See these? They went all the way up to the top. So I built an access to go to the other floors of the main building here, which was pretty much just this finished room. Well, half finished. I finished it off. And then this pretty walkway. I have no idea what the original owner had planned for this, but I made it a little courtyard, put down all these leaves and flowers and berry bushes and all that. And here's where I've started work on the museum, as well as part of the library. See, this is Kingdom History, Era 3 through 4, because Era 2 didn't have much history recorded. And then once I finish making some smooth stone, I'll fill that out. But these are some armor suits that I found. The gold, the leather hat, this iron set. It'll just keep going and going with all the artifacts I've discovered. And this room here, the Library of Beasts. I'll have all the monsters categorized and written about in this chamber here. And that's pretty much it for in here. Down here, he had what looked like a dungeon, so I've taken the liberty of starting to fill that out by turning this into a dungeon. I put this hole here so I could easily slip in and out and not have to climb the stairs. I'll fix it later once I finish the dungeon. But yeah, pretty much only this room was finished. It didn't have the iron bars. I'm going to leave it somewhat semi-finished with all this still unprocessed stone, just to give it like an older, hidden away kind of look. Like, this is for prisoners. It doesn't need to be all fancy looking. Though, if you do hear zombies from around this back corner, that's because the mine is right beneath us, and there's a natural cave system, and lots of zombies. Anyway, let's head up the stairs. I really went ham on the green stained glass. Oh goodness, I thought that was a monster. It's just a torch. Anyway, here's the walkway. This leads up to this balcony here. Some of the scaffolding that was left behind. I haven't begun much to work on this. I did finish this room though, which we're about to look into. Put down some carpet. I plan to finish this out, but these are dorm rooms. This is the largest of the ones on this hall. The others are just teeny tiny little rooms. This is where I've been sleeping since I got them built. I plan to have people staying in these rooms, like members of my faction. They'll sit home in here till they can build one of their own. And I plan to have a red carpet finishing going all the way down, fix it up a bit more, stuff like that. Then we go back up the stairs another flight, and we're on this little walkway above the courtyard. I guess the original architect designed this to be access up onto the rest of the mountain. And then I kept building this up. This will be the last floor before I put the crown on it. I'm calling it a crown, I can't remember what it's called right now. But those will be another row of dorms. And then I haven't finished all the way up here yet. But this is the top. So you can see the top of the tower. So this will just be a little bit shorter than the tallest point, which is what I originally wanted. I want that tower to be the very crowning glory, or the very crown of the whole project. Let's go back down. Past dorm room A. Past the green stained glass window. Okay. Now let's head down here. Now there wasn't stairs here, it was just rock, but I built stairs. Underneath the walkway into the tower. Plan to have a banner or something draping across. And then all the way down through here, this is it. All the way to this wall was this big old line. No way to get down. Oh, sugar. Those berries nearly scared the juice out of me. And there was no way into this tower, which will be the Library of Enchantment. I plan to have a blazer up at the top, burning with netherrack. I don't have any books yet. I have plenty of paper, though, but no leather to make the books. And I need to get back to growing the trees around here so I can harvest them for wood. But mostly I've been working on the stonecraft. But that's pretty much this top level here. Pretty much it. And then I built this tower here as a way to get up. Yeah. Underneath the tower is just the enchantment tower. It's this big old cavity. And I plan to build storage systems all connecting into the underneath that tower. Just as a way to clean things up. Then I have another grassy area I'm fixing up here. Interesting fact, the dirt, if it's just regular dirt and no grass in sight, it won't grow grass. So I have to make these little ugly bridges of dirt to spread one little grass patch over to the next to grow the grass. That's a weird game mechanic, but it's okay. So I plan to have another tower right over there and then bridge the gap here. But let me go down here. See, this is one of the bigger mines. Loaded with iron everywhere. I need to clean it up and make it look a bit more presentable. That's just a me problem. And then I'm clearing this little section down here out. I gotta fill this in. I guess he planned to build stables here. And then there was this big old open pit that I've just started to cap off with black dark oak trapdoors. It goes into another mine. It's kind of spooky with the pit and all that. But it's fun. It'll be fine. Once I finish capping it off, it'll be an interesting centerpiece. But right there underneath the bridge where I'll have this tower go up and connect, I'll have a statue of myself, the king of this land. I know it's narcissistic, but it's my castle, my kingdom. We have another tower here, another tower here, the wheat field that came with the castle, a unique watering system, little aqueducts, aquifers, whatever you call them. I'm going to get rid of all this and move the plants this way. So, I'm also going to finish the road out of the castle and have it go all the way to the village, which is that way. I'm not going to go over there just yet. Not until I finish the exterior parts of the castle first. Once I have her looking pretty, I can slowly work on the inside. But that's pretty much all that's been going on. A lot of more role-playing and stuff like that. A lot of story building. So, anyway, stay tuned. Oh, this is one of his original chests. I cut it in half, but it was full of seeds and other plants and stuff. Anyway, that's just pretty much what I've been going into here on this server. I plan to do more gaming videos. I do have Steam, but I don't have a lot of games on there. I think I have Planet Base. That's a pretty fun game. I might do a video on that. Definitely more Wizards 101 content. Definitely. As well as keep exploring the server. It's currently 10 a.m. right now, and since everyone's all over the world, I'm the only one online right now. But I just wanted to check in with everyone, show you all what's going on, as well as give you a better update of what's happened. But let me go over these commands. So if you make a faction, there's a whole list of commands on the main webpage. They'll teach you everything, but you can ally yourself with another nation. So let me show you. /mf list. And these are all of the factions in the game, as well as their ranking systems. How much power they have, members, land. Arcane Society, here we are. Our power level is 70, members are just 1, land 56. Okay. So let's do /mf okay. If you type in laws, you'll see all of the laws in my faction. Laws of the Arcane Society, there they all are. I won't bother reading them all. Yet, anyway. Then you can send a bird to someone. I'm not going to do that right now, since it's for roleplay. You send a message to someone with a bird. You do the command /bird while you're in the roleplay RP chat room, and then it'll send the bird to someone. Can't send multiple at once. It's just one at a time. You can do a massive bird message if you go into the Discord. You can also set up trading requests for aid, stuff like that. And I promise to get more in depth about that. Anyway, this is Dexy Longtail, and I am signing off. I hope we all get to see more of this amazing world and help build it up. They're currently planning on doing a 1.17 update. I don't know if this world is going to transfer over or they'll just start over from scratch with a new world. That's what I'm worried about because I'll be losing all this progress I did to repair, build up, and elevate this build. But that's okay. It's not showing what I am capable of, castle building wise. Oh, someone must have gotten on. Oh, Clumsy Aesthetic. She's one of the late people I'm trading with, the Mizumi Empire. Let me say hey real quick to you. Alright. Well, I might also be getting some students soon for the Arcane Society. Maybe a couple members. So that's all very exciting. I'll keep you all updated. And see you in my next video. Bye-bye! I shouldn't do that. That's cheap.